Hi, and welcome to Westbay Adult Education's orientation video. My name's Donna, and I will be playing the role of a teacher today.
And my name is Carrie, and I'll be playing the role of a student today.
Welcome to the remote classroom. By now, you've already received an email and a calendar invite that brings you to this Google meeting room. Our first objective is to show you how to bookmark this link in your computer and walk through the meeting room environment. How do you bookmark? Look at the top line on your computer, and on the far right, you'll see a star. If you click the star, a box will open up, and all you have to do is click Done. The name of this meeting room should appear here in this bar.
That worked. Thank you.
Navigating the Google Meeting Room. You'll see lots of buttons at the bottom of your screen, and we're just going to take a quick walkthrough on what they all represent. First, at the top is the name of the meeting room with the code XOB ending. Mute button is the first. If you want to mute yourself, you click on it, and if you click again, you will unmute. The same applies for the camera, which is the next button. You click it to block your camera and click it again so we can see each other. The third icon is the closed caption. You probably won't need it, but if you click that, it will print out the words being spoken in the meeting room. The next one is a little smile face, and that's very important. These are the emojis and reactions. So during class at times, we will ask if you understood what we were saying. You click the emoji and give me a thumbs up. If you don't understand, you can give me a thumbs down. If something's funny, you can click a smile or happy face. We use the emojis during class while we're teaching. If you'd like to ask a question during class, you can raise your hand. The little hand icon will show, and then we will call on you, just like that. The last button on this side of the screen is the red telephone. That's where you can leave the call and hang up from the meeting room. Now let's look on the right-hand side. The first one that I want to call attention to is the little square with the lines. It's the chat box. When you click on that, you will see what other people are typing into chat, or you can type in to chat as well. The next one from the left are the little people. If you click on the people, we'll go to the next screen and see what happens. You'll get a list of the names of the people present in the meeting room. If someone is presenting, you may want to pin their vision up on the screen. So you click the three dots, and then the little pin icon will show, and you can pin and unpin by clicking there. The next thing we need to go through is some administrative housekeeping. At this point, you've already sent in your application and orientation documents. If you receive SNAP, we've already sent a Form 511A to DHS for approval. Once you come in for testing, we've arranged for you to speak to Leah. She's our intake manager for Westbay. And once that's completed, we will note the dates here. All of your data and demographic information is put in our database called LACES. And then on the day you came for testing, we've recorded your test scores, which we'll discuss later.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Now we go through a checklist of different items. Let's see, do you have a GED account?
I don't think I do.
Okay, so we're going to walk through the steps of how to open a GED account.
Okay.
Okay, Carrie, you found the GED website. Now
did.
let's sign up for an account using your email address. Look at sign up on the far right. The first time you log in, you'll have to sign up for an account. After that, you just log in.
Okay.
Use your email address. And pick a password that meets the criteria and is something you can remember.
Should I save it?
Okay. Not yet. Keep going. You're going to enter your state and your birth date. They're going to ask you a few more questions.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And continue after you've agreed to the terms.
Okay. And is there anything in here I should be concerned about?
Not really. I think it's okay to just move forward.
Okay.
Okay. This is just asking if you want to get information by text or email or both.
Okay.
Where do you plan to take your test? It has to be in Rhode Island. Okay.
And am I?
Are
It
you
says here.
already enrolled?
Mhm.
Yes, you are. And I'll show you which one when we get there.
Okay. Thank you. You're so helpful.
Oh, so you're going to pick Westbay Adult Education Academy. That's our program. And scroll down to the bottom.
Wow. There's so many help.
Actually, there it is. Continue. Now, for this question, it's a state specific question. If you identify as low income, you can request a fee waiver for your test. So you want to be sure you check yes on this question.
I am definitely low
There you
income.
go. Okay, continue. Some of these you can skip, but let's see. You're currently studying on your own. That's fine. You're just browsing for today. If you
Gosh.
scroll down to the bottom, there's a
Mm-hmm.
place to skip this question because we don't know what your first one might be at this
Yeah,
point.
because it all seems like I'm interested in all of them, but I feel so afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Thank you.
Skip this question. Okay, scroll down to the bottom
I'm going to skip this
and
question
you're going
too.
to skip this question too. And
Wow.
here we are ready to get started.
Okay, looks like I got this under control. How do I get back to see you? I can't see the room.
Okay, look up at the very top of your screen and you see different tabs that you have open.
I
The
don't know what the
very
tab. What can you?
the
What do you mean?
tabs are the individual websites that are open up at the top.
Like this
So
thing?
I see my GED, and to the left of that, you have pretest. Then to the left of
Oh,
that, you have meet. So if you click on the one that says meet, and if you're in Chrome, you'll see a red circle. If you click on that, it brings you back to where our Google Meeting room is.
okay.
If you want to go back to your GED account, click the tab that has the G. There you go. You go back and forth. Now you'll notice there's a big red pop-up that says you have an alert. That's because you requested a fee waiver. Once
Okay.
we have gone through that process, this alert will get cleared. So for
Thank you. Because
today,
that was quite alarming. Thank you so much.
that's all you need to do for today. However, if you look up at the right-hand corner with the initials WT, click on that. Anytime you want to edit your profile, that's where you go.
Let me see. Make sure that everything looks good.
Okay. So you've created your GED account. All the official exams are scheduled right through the GED.com account.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
Should I
welcome.
log out?
You can log out. Remember, the next time you try to log in, you don't have to create an account. You just put your email address and password in the box.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Now that you have your GED account opened, you're on your way.
Oh my gosh, I feel so
So
accomplished already.
remember, this is our remote classroom. At times, we'll have group lessons, individual lessons, and sometimes you may want to work independently. So the next thing we're going to discuss are the platforms we use for students to work at their own rate and in their own time. The first one is called AZTEC. An AZTEC account has already been created for you. Your username and password will be shared with you, and we'll talk about that a little more later. But for now, Carrie's just going to log in as a first-time user in the AZTEC program. Okay, the first thing you click is View Classrooms. Remember that these are virtual classrooms. Just like a building has different classrooms within it, this also has different classrooms. You could be assigned one of 4 classrooms or all 4 classrooms. Foundations is the lowest level of foundational skills, and the GED is the highest level when you're ready to take official tests. In the middle is the Bridge program, which is pre-high school equivalent. We don't really use the locator series, but that is also available. So let's pick a classroom, Carrie.
Um, I feel like I really want to start at the beginning, so I'm going to go into foundations if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Okay.
So the way the AZTEC program works, it creates a personalized learning plan just for you. But in order to have your learning plan created, you need to start doing the activities and take the pre-tests. So that's what Carrie's going to start with right now, where it says launch in the learning activity box to the right. She's going to launch this section, and she'll answer a few questions. By doing so, she is creating her learning plan. Carrie, can you go back to the previous screen? Just exit. Okay. After the initial time that Carrie has answered these questions, instead of hitting launch, she will be prompted to hit learning plan, and then the lessons will open up. So depending on where she's at, you'll see the resume button. Can you click one of those, Carrie? All right. And words and sounds. Okay. So depending where you are, you'll see your progress with a little green line. And after you've completed a lesson, there's an accompanying drill. Those are just extra practice on the same topic. So AZTEC is something you can use 24/7, sometimes during class, but usually we want you to use it after class or on weekends. That's it for that. Some students use a different program called GED Fast Forward. That program actually starts at a higher level. So we usually recommend that you start with the AZTEC program, and then we will assign the GED Fast Forward as it seems fit. That program has all 4 subjects, math, reading, science, and social studies, available for independent study. Sometimes we use it during class, and sometimes you can use it after class or on weekends. Carrie's going to log in for the first time and share her screen. It's important to remember your initial login has your email address as a username, but the password is capital C, change me one, exclamation point. Once you've logged in initially, you will be prompted to change your password.
Okay, I changed my password and I
Excellent.
already did all the questions that they asked for me to do in the first place.
Okay, very good. So let's log in, and you'll see all 4 subjects that were mentioned. They're there. If you just click on one, Carrie, you can pick whichever one you'd like. Okay. The same as AZTEC, you need to create your learning plan, and this is very specific to you and your skill level. So if you click on the language arts, the first part, okay, click the pre-test, not practice test, pre-test. That's the one that sets up your learning plan. So once you click on it, you'll be asked some questions and you respond. Do not make random guesses because you want things you don't know to be included in your learning plan.
Okay, that's good advice.
So you just go through the pre-test until the end and submit. We are able to monitor and see your progress. Once you've completed a pre-test, it will create a learning plan and the lessons will show up for you.
Okay, so I'm all done.
Okay.
How do I get back to the place where
To,
all those other subjects were?
okay, if you see on the top left corner the word dashboard,
Oh, like right here?
right there, when you click that, it should
Oh
bring you
my
back where you
gosh.
started. There you
Yeah.
go. And you can
Wow, that's
choose a
great.
different subject if you're working in another area.
Okay.
Your profile sheet has been shared with you. First, you need to understand if you're logged into your Gmail or not. If you are, you will go to google.com, see the 9 dots in the right-hand corner, look for the Google triangle, which is your drive, and then on the left side, you'll see the words shared with me. When you click that, the document that we're talking about will show up right here.
Looks
It will
good.
say something like shared from Westbay Adult Ed. And it will be also in your recent folder once you've opened it for the first time. Now let's take a look at your individual profile sheet. This is just a sample. Yours will have your name up here in the title. Your email address and your phone number will be here. Your recent test scores will be here, and we will discuss those individually with you. The two platforms that we just went through, AZTEC and GED Fast Forward, your login information and passwords can be stored here.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
What happens if I change my phone number?
So you just come right into this sheet and you can change it right here.
Okay, great.
So then we'll have personal discussions about what subject you might be working on first. We'll note all that information here. At some point, you might be asked to take a North Star digital literacy assessment.
Mm.
Those are ways to identify your skill for basic computer, internet, email, Microsoft Word, and information literacy. Once you've completed those modules, you'll receive a certificate stating that you have accomplished those tasks. If you have any notes you want to make, you can type them right at the bottom of this sheet, and the teachers will also document different notations there. Now let's go back up to the very top, and you'll see we have a Google website here. If you click on this website, it brings you to our Google site. And that looks like this. At the top of the website, you'll see the meeting room that we're in right now,
Mm-hmm.
class times, and our location on Jefferson Boulevard is noted there. There's a calendar below that where we post daily lessons and class activities, and all our contact information is also there. For today, I just want you to know it exists, and this is where you can locate it, but
Mm-hmm.
we will discuss the website in more detail at a later time.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. So unless you have any questions, that concludes our orientation for today.
This seems really well organized.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Donna. It was lovely to meet you.
I love that.
Bye for now.